again. My name's Gabe Zolna. Just read an interesting article. I wish this wasn't the case, but it is. I actually spoke about this in one of my previous videos, and I want to start off by saying that I think the world of Sheriff Joe Arpaio. But as Clint Eastwood said, a man's got to know his limitations. This guy is 84 years old. And according to what's posted on the Washington Examiner, Joe Arpaio running for Senate in Arizona. Republican Joe Arpaio, a close ally of President Trump and former sheriff known for his provocative approach to combating illegal immigration, is running for Senate in Arizona. The 85-year-old Arpaio could shake up the late August Republican primary in a critical open seat race to replace retiring Senator Jeff Flake, Republican from Arizona. Trump pardoned Arpaio last summer, sparing the former sheriff jail time after he was convicted of ignoring a federal court order in a racial profiling case. Again, I think the world of Sheriff Joe, but no different than I think that it's insane that Dianne Feinstein, who is 84 years old, also is going to be running for another 6-year term in the midterms. Totally, completely insane. What Sheriff Joe is going to end up doing, he's going to end up pulling votes from someone else that could have won, and they're going to end up giving it to a whacked out Democrat. He's 84 years old. I mean, I'll be 74 next month. You don't think that maybe I should run? But I can't. I have 2 reasons I can't run: money and more of it. Absolutely insane. I'm going to attach the article. You let me know what you think. Here's what he thinks. Quote, "I have a lot to offer. I'm a big supporter of President Trump," Arpaio said. "I'm going to have to work hard. You don't take anything for granted. But I would not be doing this if I thought that I could not win. I'm not here to get my name in the paper. I get that every day anyway. So question, why are you doing this? Huh? You don't have the energy that's needed to be effective for the next 6 years. I mean, you're 84 years old." The problem with the Senate or Congress is anybody can play the game. All you need is money. And then you end up with people like we've got. Now, if he were my age, even that's a push. But 84 years old? I'm going to attach the link. You take a look at it. Being a U.S. Senator is a little different than being a sheriff because you can do a lot of things in the U.S. Senate. Like, what do you think you can do in the U.S. Senate? Huh? What can you do in the U.S. Senate? Nothing. And I have many plans, believe me. It's tough. It's a tough decision. But if you're going to come across the border, you should be arrested and get the consequences of it, Arpaio added. What he just said doesn't make any sense. Quote, "Being a U.S. Senator is a little different than being a sheriff because you can do a lot of things in the U.S. Senate. And I have many plans. Believe me, it's tough. It's a tough decision. But if you're going to come across the border, you should be arrested and get the consequences of it," Arpaio added. Does that make any sense to you? Huh? You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when Senator John McCain was questioning the previous FBI Director, James Comey. He didn't know what he was talking about. I think we just saw another example of this, where Sheriff Joe appears not to know what he's talking about. Let me go through this one more time. Being a U.S. Senator is a little different than being the sheriff because you can do a lot of things in the U.S. Senate. And I have many plans. Believe me, it's tough. It's a tough decision. But if you're going to come across the border, you should be arrested and get the consequences of it. Arpaio added. Hey folks, I don't make the news. Now this could be a typo. I mean, it's quite possible. But if that's what he said, you decide for yourself. And again, I like Sheriff Joe. But a man's got to know when a man's got to go. You sort of get it? Read the article. Let me know what you think. Thanks for listening.